Hi guys, welcome to Sharon's Tutorials. I thought I would show you how to create a looped presentation or a looped slideshow using PowerPoint. A looped presentation is a slideshow that can be left to run automatically, so it plays continuously. This is a good option for when you're exhibiting at a trade show or a kiosk and you want to showcase what you do, what your products are, etc. Or you could be a photographer or an artist and you want to have a selection of your images running in the background, just so that people can see what you do. So in this video I use Microsoft PowerPoint 365, but I do think that earlier versions of PowerPoint still have the same options that I use here, so you should still be able to follow along even if you are using earlier versions. So the first step is to create your slides. So what you would do is create the presentation like you would normally do in PowerPoint. If you want to have animations in your slides, then set them up using the animations tab here. For this example, I'm not using any animations. I just want each slide to be displayed for a set number of seconds before advancing to the next slide. So once the slides are created, as I have here four quick slides, you can move on to the next step, which is in transitions. So you want to set up the timing of each transition. So make sure the first slide is selected here, go to the Transitions tab on the ribbon and go to the Timing section over on the right hand side here. Under the Advanced Slide section here, you need to untick on mouse click and tick the After box, and then you just use the arrows to specify how long you want the slide to be shown for before it moves on to the next slide. The times here are in seconds. So for example, this first slide here, I want it to be displayed for 3 seconds. So I will up this to 3. Now, if you wanted the same amount of time and the same transition and everything, if you wanted it to apply to every single slide in your presentation, then once you have it set up on your first slide, you can then press the button Apply to All. In this example though, I want it to have different times for each slide. So I just need to repeat the process for each slide. So I move on to slide number 2, I want it for 2 seconds. So I untick on mouse click, tick the After box and then go to 2 seconds. And then slide 3, I do the same thing. So that's all 4 of my slides now set up. So the next thing we need to do is set up the continuous loop. So to do this, we go to the Slideshow tab on the ribbon. And in the Setup section here, we need to click on Setup Slideshow. This opens up the slideshow options. So we want this slideshow to be on a continuous loop. So we tick the box that says loop continuously until the escape key is pressed. And then because we've set up the timings previously in the transitions, we need to make sure that under the advanced slides section here, we need to make sure that using timings if present is also ticked. Then we click OK, and that's it. It's now actually set up to loop continuously. So to view it, there are 3 different ways to view your slideshow. The first way is to click on Slideshow tab on the ribbon, go over to the left hand side and click From the Beginning. And this will have your slideshow running, so after 3 seconds, moves on to the second slide, and you can see it all running completely through. And then at the end, this is my 4th slide, it will now loop back to the beginning. And it will just carry on running like that until you press escape. The second way that you can view your slideshow is at the bottom, the very bottom of the screen in the toolbar. Go across to the right hand side and you'll see a button here called Slideshow. Again, click on there and that will run from the slide that you were currently on. And again, it just loops through until you press escape. And then the third way of viewing your slideshow is by pressing the key F5 on your keyboard. And again, it will just run from the beginning, and that's it. Your slideshow is now being looped. So I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, happy learning.